So the third step in running a prototype would be to really examine the viability of the concept, the business model that we've just elaborated on in this section here. And what we'd want to do here is go out, I'm going to come back down to our business canvas, is start plugging some of the other holes in here as well. So our key activities of what we would need to do, like run a platform, really I'd want to drill down more into some of what the cost structure is. So how much does it cost to ship DVD, and from the point of view, we missed out the marketing part to our costs as well, so we can start putting some of these in as well. How much are we gonna spend on marketing to get these customers? And what this what this will enable us to do is start building a what I like to call is at this stage kind of a mini P&L, and this is best done on a spreadsheet, and you can find some templates along with this this video that you can use. But we're going to do this at a very basic level, so let's we're going to do this on the fly, so let's kind of see how this works. So when I start to run some financial scenarios around a prototype, the thing I like to start with first is what assumptions are we working with that are going to pull the strings of our business model. And remember, a basic P&L is going to have two sides to it, and this is really two sides to a balance sheet. We're going to have your costs, we're going to have revenues, and there's going to be multiple for each, and these here are really going to be set by our assumptions. So I'm going to keep with the Netflix example, and I'm going to keep it very basic. So what are some of our, let's have a look, let's start with some of our cost assumptions. And many of these, the actual value to the cost assumption isn't the really important thing, because what we're going to do is go out and do some more work to validate these. And in no particular order, let's delivery per DVD, and I'm going to say it costs us 50 cents per DVD to deliver it and bring it back again. So that's 25 cents each way, because remember we're paying the postage there and back, so that's 25 cents times 2. The cost for me in kind of royalties per DVD, and again I'm making these up so I don't know how accurate they are, but let's say it's $2 per DVD. What other costs would we have here? I mean, just to build out this, remember we're at prototyping phase, and I'm going to say the technology, this is the online kind of platform, it's going to cost us $250,000 to start with, and I'm going to leave off at this stage the online on demand kind of revenues, because here, you know, we would also have kind of bandwidth costs if we were going to serve videos for, you know, for viewing on a computer. But I'm at this stage I'm gonna leave these off. We're going to keep this prototype to a very simple business model here. So what revenues do we have here? We have monthly subscriptions. I'm going to call that 10. We've got number of subscribers. So let's, you know, we're going to want to stagger this. So let's say in our first 12 months, let's break it down into 4. Say we start with 50,000, then we go to 150,000, then we're at 500, and then finally by the end of the year, we're at 1 million in our first year. So we'll be able to actually do some quarterly estimates here. Marketing costs, all I'm going to do here is assume a cost per user acquisition, and I'm going to say it costs us $4 to acquire. It's probably on the cheap side, actually. I'm gonna let me take that out. I'm gonna say it actually costs me $25 per customer, per user. Now once I've got them, I've got them. And what I'm also, the other assumption I'm going to put in here is you know, I'm going to gain these customers here, but what percentage of customers am I going to lose each month from cancellations? So this very, you know, this point here plays very much to, you know, this is called churn, customer churn. And I'm going to assume that I lose 2% of customers per month. So that actually comes down to, if we times 12 by 2%, we're losing 24%, a quarter of our customers that we acquire every year. Now, just as kind of a side thing, what we can work out here is the lifetime value of a customer, and what that equals is our monthly subscription of $10 divided by 2%, and that will come out to be, that if you run it through, I think comes out to be $500. So what we're actually saying here is that each customer we acquire over its lifetime is worth $500 to us. So if over our, already at this stage, I know that if we acquire 1 million users over our first year, this is going to be worth $500 million to us over the life of the business. So remember, we're losing 2% each month. So it's 2%, 2%, 2%, and as that goes on, but this gives us a a business with 1 million customers worth half $500 million. So pretty good business again. So I'm liking the way this business is shaping up already. So these are these are some of the core assumptions we're now going to plug into into our spreadsheet. And